Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be sharing with you some breastfeeding tips that can help with your breastfeeding journey, okay? Breastfeeding can be quite challenging, okay? But when you have the right knowledge on what to do, or if you know a few tips and tricks here and there, it can really help to make your breastfeeding journey easy, okay? So tip number one, try to stay relaxed and try to stay as comfortable as you can, okay? I know that sounds very simple and basic, but trust me, early stages of breastfeeding can be quite challenging. You can feel pressured. It's either pressure that you're putting on yourself, maybe pressure from you just thinking, oh, I really need to get this thing right. Or it can also be pressure from all the things that you've read about breastfeeding, all the videos that you've watched, including this one that I'm making, okay? So there's a lot of pressure at the beginning stage alongside with all the postpartum hormones just doing their things. So you can find yourself getting overwhelmed, getting stressed out. Okay. So breastfeeding is a new skill that you and your baby have to learn. Okay. So if you go ahead and just get yourself overwhelmed, get yourself stressed out, it can have a negative impact on both you and your baby. Okay. So just try as much as you can to stay relaxed. It can really help to make things easier for you. Okay. So tip number two is bringing your baby to the breast and not your body or your breast to the baby. Okay. Does that make sense? I will explain. So, as a first time mom, or even if you're a second time mom, fifth time mom, or 10th time mom, it's very common to see people like when they're about to breastfeed their baby, they lean over or they hunch over in order to breastfeed their baby. Okay. Meanwhile, what you should be doing is to try and get in a comfortable position. You can use as many pillows as possible to support yourself. You can use the breastfeeding pillow. You can use the decorative pillow to support yourself at the back so that you are sitting upright and comfortable without having to hunch over to breastfeed your baby, okay? Because if you continue leaning over like that to breastfeed your baby, you're going to end up with sore and painful back. Tip number three, try to feed your baby as often as you can, okay? The best time to feed your baby is when they start giving you all those hunger signs or hunger cues like licking their fingers, sucking their lips, or smacking their lips. And you also see them opening their mouths and just turning their mouth to your breast or just smooshing and sniffing your breast, okay? That's the best time to feed them because if you wait till they are crying, they are fussy, they are very uncomfortable, then it becomes very hard to get them to latch properly, okay? You find out that even though the breast is there, they're just screaming, they are crying, they are finding it hard to latch on the breast or to even find the breast. And at that point, everything becomes very frustrating for both you and the baby, okay? So, in essence, what I'm saying is try to feed your baby when they are still calm, okay? Because that's the best time to get them to latch properly. So, tip number four, try to eat really well, okay? And stay hydrated by drinking lots of water and taking lots of fluid, okay? This is very important, okay? Because in order to produce and maintain your breast milk, you need to eat very well. You need to stay hydrated. You need to up your caloric intake, okay? Because I think I read somewhere that when you are breastfeeding, you need an extra, I think 400 to 500 calories a day, okay? Because when you are breastfeeding, you're actually burning a lot of calories, okay? So please eat well, stay hydrated, and you'll be good to go. Tip number five, make sure your baby opens their mouth really wide before you latch them onto your breast, okay? I talked about this in my previous video, right? Your baby's mouth should cover the whole of your nipple and some parts of your areola. If your baby is constantly sucking on your nipple alone, you're going to end up with sore, cracked, and painful nipple, okay? And if care is not taken, you might just give up and feel like breastfeeding is not for you. Babies are usually very sleepy at that newborn stage, but you can actually help them to open their mouth really wide, okay? You can use your nipple and just touch the side of their mouth or the side of their cheek, and you find out that they open their mouths very wide, and then you can latch them onto your breast, okay? Tip number six, make sure you take your breastfeeding supplements, okay? There are lots of benefits that you can get from taking all these supplements and even your postnatal supplements, okay? Because there are actually some vitamins and nutrients that our body still requires after we've had a baby and when we are breastfeeding. But the thing is, those nutrients and vitamins, you might not really be getting enough of them by eating just your regular daily diet, okay? So that's where your breastfeeding supplements come in because they will help to bridge that gap, and they'll help to supply your body with those essential vitamins and nutrients. Okay, so it's really important that you keep up with your breastfeeding supplements. Don't give up on them. Don't toss them out of the window, okay? Because you still need them. So now let's talk about some of the breastfeeding positions that you can use to breastfeed your baby, okay? The first one I'd like to talk about is the cradle hold, which is the most common one and most likely the easiest, okay? Because that's the one you find a lot of breastfeeding moms use, okay? So in this position, you are holding, this is my baby for today. So in this position, you're holding the baby on the arm on the same side of the breast that you want to feed the baby from, okay? So if you want to feed the baby on the right breast, you're holding the baby on the right arm, okay? And if you're feeding the baby from the left breast, you're holding the baby on the left arm, okay? And whichever side you're holding your baby, make sure that this part of your arm is supporting the baby's neck and head, okay? And then the other part of your hand is supporting the baby's legs and bottom, okay? And then sometimes you find some people using this other hand to just guide the nipple to the baby's mouth, or you can also use this hand to just hold the baby like that and make sure the baby is close and tight enough to your body. Okay? Baby, baby. Next position I would like to talk about is the cross cradle position, okay? And in this position, you're holding the baby with the arm opposite the breast that you're breastfeeding from, okay? So if you're feeding from the left breast, you're going to hold the baby with your right hand like this, okay? And if you're feeding from the right breast, then you're going to hold the baby across like this, okay? So that's why it's called cross cradle. And then this other hand can go under like this to support the baby's neck and the baby's bottom, okay? Or you can also try the football hold, especially if you just had a C-section, okay? This position works really well for people that are recovering from a C-section because it helps to keep the baby away from the C-section site, okay? And in this position, as you can see, you hold the baby like this, so the baby is facing up directly towards you. Their back is being supported with your arm like this, and then you use your palm to support their head and their neck. So they are going like this, okay? So it doesn't matter which side of the breast you are feeding them. If you are feeding from the right, you hold with your right, and if you are feeding from the left, you hold them with your left, okay? Make sure that in any position you are using, you always support your baby's neck, their head, and their spine, okay? Especially in that newborn stage where they don't have any control at all over their neck and their head, okay? So tip number 6 or 7, I don't know at this point. Anyway, my last tip for today will be seeking the help of a lactation consultant or a lactation specialist, okay? Especially if you're having troubles with breastfeeding, maybe you're having trouble with starting the breastfeeding journey, you're having trouble with getting your milk to start coming in, you're having latching issues, your baby is not latching properly, you're having painful latching or any issues with breastfeeding at all, okay? I didn't personally use anyone because I didn't need any of their services, okay? But I've heard lots of mom who had issues with breastfeeding. I've heard them talk about how these lactation specialists really help them with their breastfeeding journey, okay? So please and please make sure you seek the help of a lactation specialist if you're having any issues with your breastfeeding journey, okay? And that's it for today's video, guys. Those are some of the tips I have to share with you in order to make your breastfeeding journey easy, okay? Share your thoughts in the comment section for moms who are breastfeeding or moms who are planning to breastfeed. Anything at all that you think might be of help to them, okay? Because you never can tell who might be watching or who is reading. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.